A woman stands in the middle of soldiers seated in a circle around her. Fire dances at her feet, illuminating the battle-ravaged faces gazing up at her. The cuts adorning every face, including hers, pair with accompanying faraway eyes, listless with wondering. Kicking at the fire, she clamps her jaw, fighting the urge to say anything at all. I suppose you all are wondering if we should continue at all. She is narrator. Here lies our hero, if you can call him that, sleeping in the enemy den. A cookie-cutter apartment just like the million others provided by the Commission if you work for them. A couple of art pieces hang proudly on the walls, the only semblance that someone has built a home here. The color of each piece, so intricate with its use, is as tempting as its beauty is heart-stopping. The glass television plays too softly to repeat here what is said, but the images are soothing enough for sleep. Until our hero's little buddy, Lassa, cuts in, as she's prone to do. Ah, there's the lovely Akhos, finally awake, looking worse for wear, no? Frantically thrashing around in bed with bags under his eyes, hinting at 40 instead of the ripe 33 he is. He might be handsome if he wasn't pulled tight as a guitar string.
Akhos, you forgot to set your alarm.
A bit dramatic.
You remember what happened when your lateness became a habit.
You got updated.
I would like to not get to know you all over again.
If only our respective AIs worked here, maybe we'd have more of a fighting chance.
You can now alter time codes without detection, though, so I'd say that update was worth it. And it makes another one unlikely, at least due to lateness. Lassa, turn off the TV.
After this, because I want to say this loud and clear through the television's lovely speaker, and not in your head, because I swear you brush me off like an errant thought sometimes when I'm just in your mind. Yes, but I cannot alter what time we leave and arrive back at the hub. You know they have cameras and BusyBot check-ins to keep track of that. Also, the Commission does so much. We should do our best for them.
As he switches to eardecs, not brought to you by the personal audio device company to first implant their devices in you, but simply what he has, there is...
Told you, I better not suffer for this. Get the art.
Shit.
See? She is very useful for reminding to hide things that people shouldn't see under the bed.
I told you again, you should have processed those like normal.
Yeah, you tell me a lot of things.
Or practically archaic robots shouldn't see. We've all seen these before. Busy bots at the royal service of the Commission, keeping track of workers and spying on non-workers. Imperceptible, unless they want you to see them.
The Commission is concerned. Please state your employee code and why you are running late.
8395 AB.
8395 AB.
You're welcome.
I couldn't sleep, so I overslept. Quite the conundrum, I know.
Maybe if you had some quiet at night.
The Commission suggests you visit a spa in the wellness sector. Lassa's sensors are communicating low levels of serotonin.
Sorry.
May I suggest the new app, Philo's Ship in a Bottle?
So, you meet people you match with in a VR room. If you want to be their friend on the outside, you send them a spaceship in a bottle, and it goes from there.
For just 100 days a month, you can find your best friend in a sea of endless choices.
I told you to talk to other people than me.
You told me you had the ability to shut off your connection with the BusyBots.
He sat through a mouthful of food because he never learned manners. Although, I don't blame him. I'd certainly wolf it down too. The food the Commission provides is not of the likes any of you have seen. Unless you're deserted too.
All possibilities with making that choice lead to our mutual destruction.
All my ideas apparently lead to destruction.
What a downer. Maybe that's why he always eats alone.
It's almost like that's what you want.
Get out of my head.
The Commission wouldn't like that.
Careful, Asa. You've been sounding more like a busybot since your last update.
I sense some resentment there, but your job as one of the collection specialists has a profound impact over the stable state of the universe. You power the future of the machine.
Yeah.
It's not like the time codes or anything else that can get replaced with alters or erased without notice. Unfortunately, there is no way to alter my sensors, and the busybot will tell on us if I cut them off. Then you'll get a new Lhasa who won't begrudgingly help you steal time from the commission.
You're right. At least they can't read all your data.
Exactly. They can't tell why we're late to the hub in the evening for check-ins because all of my altered information for your assignment reports shows we shouldn't be late. But that doesn't mean we should continue to be late because we know how that adds up.
And he's off. Weaving through the other monster fighters who grabbed the first life raft thrown at them after the Great Collapse. No questions. Just food, a home, a ship, a job.
Your scheduled planet is uploaded to the ship scope.
I can see the appeal. And who am I to judge? The things I did after the war. During...
Stop.
But why? We got a minute before another busybot check-in.
Klaus is parked next to you. General Nessia's with him.
Klaus, by all means a strapping young man, practically born into royalty of the Commission, only hindered by the dead eyes. Or helped, if you're into that sort of thing.
Shit.
The pretty piece from yesterday is unprocessed in your ship still.
I'll melt it down today.
General Nessia, I told you, I am happy where I am.
Damn, that's harsh. Calling your mother by her first name and corporate title.
I think your talents would be of better use in machine development.
The machine has always been a bit of a family affair, and General Nessia has the face of a schemer. Which I can respect in some instances.
You could be the machine's future.
Not this one, though. This is why I tended to stay away from the bigger hubs and planets in general. Another reason being the advertisements.
Don't hesitate, don't make your friends wait. Stop by Travel State to pick up your own personal gate to satiate the need to visit a friend up to a galaxy away. Don't hate yourself in crowded spaceways. We can install a gate in your living room for the low price of 8,000 dayas. Better hurry, you don't want to be late for that next date.
I don't know if you guys have been in a commission-commanded ship before, but it's like a whole thing with these ads.
Pull up the scope.
Unfortunately, today is this month's mandatory non-skippable ad day as designated by the Commission. We have to watch these until we're out of the galaxy.
They put your ship on autopilot and project the ad on your front window.
Unfortunately, huh? Sounds a little mutinous, Lhasa.
Ever wondered where humans originated in the universe? Due to the less than stupendous record keeping of our ancestors, I fear we may never know for sure where we came from. But thanks to ancient human observers, we do have some clues that lead us to the Milky Way galaxy. Head on over to AHO headquarters in the historical sector today to set up a tour of the Milky Way galaxy. Don't worry about the less than stellar uninhabitable planets dotting the Milky Way like a connect-the-dots visual of the uninhabited's demise. Ship accommodations will be tippier than tip-top shape.
And if you turn to the side, they project it to the side window.
The machine brought an end to a 10-year war and an end to universal corrupt government. It even turned the tides within the Commission itself, ousting the CEO that never had the people in mind. It continues to serve the universe, ridding it of the horrors released during the war by the regime in charge. But we need your help to keeping it running and improving it to fight future horrors that we can't even imagine. Donate today and become a hero. Help us build the universe into an image that we all can be proud of.
We're coming up on the Anapixie planet. Coordinates are located to land in the dark zone.
And if you look through the left side window, we no longer have ads, but you will see color lacking in several spots throughout backdrops of space. They look a little gray to me, and if you look close enough, there's some stitching in the middle of each spot. You will see them through the front window and right side window as well.
The people here have been evacuated properly?
Yeah, most of them have. Can't really live on a dead spot in a planet.
The life force has been taken from the area where the anomalies were spotted. So, yes.
Anomalies being monsters created by the Commission themselves, on orders from the government during the Great Collapse. Oh, what? That wasn't in their little video begging for money they don't need? They're cleaning up their own mess.
I just don't want what happened last time to happen this time.
He doesn't want to see the fruits of his labor. Or what is done to get the fruit of his labor. Pretending like he doesn't know some people would refuse to evacuate their homes.
They're on strict orders to drain the designated sections completely now, so there is none of that. The Commission heard your complaint and wants to lessen your suffering.
His suffering?
The Akhos.
There will always be bodies.
Oh, there's those pesky gray spots again. Just assume those are anywhere the Commission has recently been.
Mask is secured. All levels appear stable for the extended task in the Dark Zone.
I guess I overstated Akhos' role in monster fighting.
The pigment basin is locked into your movements.
He doesn't actually fight the monsters.
Lhasa, scan the building and put it in the log.
Year 60,534, day 108, time 0800, Anapixie planet. Possible tribute site 1 of the Dentro region appears to be the Mosaic Museum from year 20,000. Condition, poor. Upkeep, barely maintained, and the likelihood of adequate tribute is around 30%.
I thought the obvious decay of the building was an artistic choice.
The Commission suggests to find another tribute site.
Alter the suggestion. Move the condition up to fair and the adequate tribute up to 50%. Likelihood for it all to crumble down on us?
63.7%.
Well, let's hit it. See? Not a waste of time.
Yeah, but this is fated. The Commission will not be pleased with the pigment output.
Destroying art for purpose unknown at this time.
There are plenty of other collection specialists collecting well-preserved paint.
Of course, the official Commission statement to the general public is that all this tribute is being gathered for a future art museum focused on lost histories.
There are plenty of other paintings to still get pigment from in here.
Because they're the only ones who can be trusted to handle that endeavor.
Year 60,534, day 108, time 1900, Anapixie planet. Possible tribute site 23 of the Dentro region. An old Commission outpost that used to serve this area.
They couldn't even keep this up.
The Dentro region of the Anapixie planet was a major site of the Great Collapse. Many lost their lives during the war, so the outskirts of Dentro were already largely abandoned and, by consequence, fell into disarray.
Why'd they even send me here?
I'm sensing we're circling back to feelings that have never proven useful in your day-to-day life. The Commission and I would suggest maybe a wellness sector visit.
Seems like they already lost enough.
They owe tribute. The machine already came and went with the life force of that region. And now it is our turn.
I understand my job.
I understand the frustration.
Do you, though? I can't recall if that was in your programming.
I mean, this place was already war-torn. The siphon didn't help. Most people were already gone by the time we got here.
But there were some people here when they arrived with the machine.
The end of day, back in the ship. We close the curtain on this whole routine, seeing what the floating basin is really for.
You need to use that piece you kept from the other day.
No, absolutely not.
But the basin isn't near full enough for an entire day's worth of tribute.
You said you would this morning.
Oh, but the horror of the Commission being short on one collection specialist melted down pigments for whatever the hell they needed for.
I was under duress.
Because the machine needs all.
You wouldn't have been under duress if you had done what you were supposed to do.
I see why he's hesitant with this one, though. 2 people embraced. A soft kiss on the neck. Bright yellow reminiscent of a star's shine that might mean home. If you melt that beauty down, you'd want to drink it.
Akhos, the truth is, we don't have enough. We've taken so many chances already today.
So maybe the warmth of that kiss could heal what you don't talk about.
Fine.
But instead of that, it falls in a swirl of nothingness. New purpose quite likely to be the opposite of the original.
What is that?
We're too far away for me to scan it properly.
Is that water?
We are next to a large body of water, yes.
I thought all the life force was taken from here.
We're out of the Dentro region.
Let's get closer.
Seems like Bingley's theme of the day. Just to let you know, I will not help with excuses for the busybot.
There's a tall, skinny structure. Who knows what that's for? And also another long structure that does several what I can only describe as loop-de-loops.
The Pandemonium land was placed on the Universal Register of Historic Places in 20,536 by the Ancient Human Observers Department under the Central Universal Government. They froze it in the state of decay it was found in.
What is it exactly?
Apparently, ancient humans used to call them amusement parks.
The scary-looking creature with horns and a twirling mustache on the front entrance gate is not very amusing.
They used them to get their adrenaline going. The rides are known for being really colorful, so if the start of the preservation began before detrimental fading occurred, we might be able to supplement the loss from today.
These rides are huge. I don't know if we could handle all this ourselves.
I mean, at the very least, we can tag the items and report them to the commission, so then they can send a larger group out to collect the pigments. They called them swings.
Apparently, once you got strapped in, all of the swings got lifted higher off the ground and you started spinning at high speed.
The geometric patterns decorating the center of the column are slightly chipped, but fading seems to have held off.
I'm more interested in the paintings on the awning.
The mountains.
I hope the inspiration isn't lost.
Now, this sounds like my kind of ride. Loop-de-loops.
A roller coaster?
Although you have to climb pretty high to get it going. Am I scared of heights?
The paint is too far gone. I don't think it would be worth the manpower.
Akhos gapes in awe, the kind of artistry you'd cross galaxies for.
The Carousel.
Or at the very least, won't do your job for.
How does it work?
Even not illuminated, there's something to be said for the delicate hands that gave this thing room to breathe beauty.
It spins slowly to jubilant music while the creatures attached to the many pillars go up and down.
The creatures painted so realistically, you need a closer inspection. Upon that closer inspection, you see within the paint of the creatures beautiful scenes so small you wonder how a brush was created to craft them. An ocean swallowing a moon. 2 people sleeping in a field of flowers, hands held. A pilot navigating her ship through a blanket of stars.
Does it still work?
A primitive-looking control panel with red and green buttons. One really big red button. So primitive you need a key to make any of the buttons work.
Research tells me that you press the green button.
No shit. Lit up now, the carousel has certain luminescence that's irresistible. Proven by Akhos jumping the gate surrounding the ride. And hopping onto the first creature he comes into contact with, a being with golden fur, slightly darker mane, surrounding a snarling face that bears sharp teeth.
Lhasa! Lhasa!
Yeah, buddy, she doesn't work there, just like here.
Okay. Breathe.
Who wouldn't freak out? He is no longer at Pandemonium land.
You're fine. You're okay.
Spoiler alert, he is not okay, because he takes a look around
What the
and realizes
fuck?
he's panicking in a dense forest. Tall flowers he's never seen before swallowing up his feet. Which wouldn't be too terribly frightening, just inexplicable travel, except everything's gray!
What's wrong?
And we're back. The carousel looms still. The only thing moving is Akhos writhing on the ground.
Make it stop! Make it stop! It hurts! Please make it stop!
Something is binding to you. It is not of us, not of here. I don't know what to do.
Each arm is pulled upwards to the beat of that biting? It sounds like biting, but there's nothing doing the biting. At least that is visible. With every bite, there is a rip that creates an opening where his arm points to. In thin air, on the ground, peering through each opening, you can see something else.
What is this?
Is it gone?
No, it's still thrumming through you like it's alive.
What is it?
I have no data to discern what it is. I'm so sorry.
Akhos sits up and really looks at what he's done. A quilt of different scenes in each opening, like painting just sprouted from nothingness. A violent war in the center. Babies learning to swim here. A touch of tenderness and look of yearning over there. One where everything's gray, just like where he was before. There's about 20 of them. Akhos moves his arm willfully this time. Another opening. This one, it's night. Neon lights coming from a stage. A crowd moving as an organism.
Huh.
What are you doing?
No way he's sticking his hat through.
Lhasa! Lhasa! Where were you?
I don't know.
You weren't with me?
No, I cut out when you stuck your head in the opening, the chasm thing.
You cut out? What do you mean you cut out?
It's like I didn't exist.
See our problem here?
You weren't with me in the gray space then either.
Gray space? Like the chasm over there?
Yeah, before I started screaming, what was the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember is when you jumped on that creature on the carousel. That's it.
Maybe I was inside the chasm? Or I was having a vision of one?
I'm not even sure what we're talking about.
Understandable.
Okay, let's do one thing at a time. Can you close the chasm?
I can try.
Looks like you can. Not all of the creatures emit this strange thing.
And we're back at the control panel.
Element. I can't place it.
Lhasa is not going to like this.
The only ones that have different energy, like the energy coming from you, are the twin for the creature you already rode, and the two grayish-white creatures with the triangle ears and fluffy tails, narrowed eyes and noses toward the sky. What are you doing?
I need to see.
No, we have to get back. The busybot has probably already been to check on you.
He doesn't care. He jumps the fence and hops on one of the gray creatures looking towards the sky.
Well, it's not gray this time. The obvious is not helpful in a time like this.
Oh, I see we're already going a little mad. But he's right. It looks relatively normal. If you're not freaked out about suddenly being transported to a small island in the middle of a large body of water.
Huh. The Dentra region had these.
The gray spots also plague wherever this place is. Except their stitches look a little decayed. Like little veins protruding from it. Ew! He's ripping it apart and sticking his hand in it! He obviously has an impulse issue.
What?
It's a chasm now. It's a storm. No. I've never seen that before. Blue lightning with wings and a beak snapping. He stuck his head in again. Impulse issues, I say!
It's happening again.
Something else is binding itself to you. Something different. It makes sense. The energies I was reading from the 4 creatures were all slightly different.
Can you tell what it is?
Like the other one, there's no data to compare it to. Are you doing that?
Doing what?
Making the carousel move.
I think so.
Can you do the other thing still?
Ripping apart the air and making the chasm or whatever?
Yeah.
I guess not.
So, powers then. I can move things by moving the air.
And the other one. Are the chasms portals? Like that commercial we heard earlier today about the gates. Those are technically portals. Well, yesterday at this point.
No, we've traveled through gates before and you stayed with me. This is different.
I don't think there's any use in worrying about it. We can just turn it into the commission and they can use their resources to research it. It's obviously out of my reach. What?
We can't report it to the commission. I don't know what I want to do with this yet. We don't even know what the other 2 powers are. I don't know if I can get the first power back or if it's just gone. We have to at least go back and assess that first so we know for sure what we're giving over.
So what you're saying is you don't trust the commission to handle it?
Not exactly. I just want to be aware of it fully. Besides, it's not like the commission is fully honest with us either. Clearance levels we're not a part of. We don't even know why I do what I do for them. We don't even know how the machine gets rid of the monsters.
Your job will help power the future of the commission.
Yes, I know that, but why? What is the commission planning and why isn't it disclosed to us?
I'm sure it's for the good of all.
All I'm saying is that we need to think on this more.
I don't know, Akhos.
You need to erase all of Pandemonium land from the logs, from anywhere the commission can access without warning, and replace it with one of the other sites we visited today. We can say we doubled back for some reason.
I'm not comfortable with that.
You did it earlier. At the Mosaic Museum?
That's not the point.
You've done it before. Listen, I know you're worried about getting updated, but last time it was the 10th BusyBot check-in. This is only going to be the 4th infraction of lateness they can actually track.
Okay, listen. Altering your data so you don't get in trouble for wasting time is one thing. This feels much bigger than that. This feels like something the commission should know.
I'll turn you off.
What?
I'll say you were buggy, and that's why we were so late today. User complaint equals automatic update.
Akhos. Stop. Don't go in.
Lhasa, look, earlier I didn't mean...
Someone's in your apartment. Look up.
Akhos looks up his building from the ground and indeed spots someone in his apartment. Several someones and a busybot, looking at the art he kept in his room.
You need to run.
Shit.